Imagine this. A younger woman is genuinely attracted to you. Now, you've probably spent time watching videos and reading advice about how to become irresistible to women. But here's the important question. What happens when you actually succeed? When she does fall for you, how do you think she'll treat you? It's easy to assume that once she's interested, everything will be smooth and sweet. And yes, her presence can feel like a breath of fresh air, bringing warmth and light into your life. But attraction isn't just about the good moments. There are layers to it, and some of them might surprise you. When a younger woman is drawn to you, there are things you might not expect, emotions and reactions that go beyond the surface. It's important not to overlook the challenges that can come with her attraction, as well as the rewards. Let's explore this more deeply. Number 7. She will be exceptionally understanding. Let's take a moment to reflect on a scene from the movie White Chicks. There's a memorable moment where Latrell, a star basketball player, wins a date with one of the White Chicks. During the dinner, she goes out of her way to make herself appear unattractive, biting her nails, spitting in her wine, ordering a ridiculous amount of food, and eating as if she's never held a fork before. You can see a flicker of discomfort on Latrell's face, but here's the twist. It doesn't change a thing. By the end, he's still completely smitten with her. When I saw that scene, it hit me. Beneath the comedy, there's a real truth about attraction. When someone is deeply attracted to you, they become surprisingly forgiving. The same principle holds in real life, particularly with women, and even more so with younger women. If she finds you genuinely attractive, she will overlook things that might normally be deal breakers. It's not about perfection, it's about the connection. She'll justify, rationalize, and more importantly, remain interested. Take a real-life scenario. Say you're an older man dating a younger woman. You might have your quirks. Maybe you're a bit untidy, not the best at texting, or perhaps you're not quite as in tune with the latest trends as her friends. Under other circumstances, these could be seen as flaws. But if she's truly into you, they won't matter. She'll brush them off, laugh about them, and might even find them charming. Why? Because when attraction is genuine, those little imperfections fade into the background. A woman who truly likes you will see beyond the surface, willing to overlook the minor flaws and focus on what really matters. Number 6. You'll notice it ahead of time. When a woman finds you highly attractive, let's say you've hit that sweet spot where your presence is hard to ignore, she won't hide it. She'll make it clear, and by clear I mean she'll choose you, and she'll choose you with intention. You'll notice her glancing your way from across the room, whispering to her friends, and maybe even sending one of them over to break the ice. She'll find subtle reasons to start a conversation or be near you. Let's bring this into a real-life scenario. Imagine you're an older man, perhaps in your 40s, 50s, or beyond. You walk into a social event. It could be a trendy bar, a networking function, or even a laid-back gathering. You've put effort into your appearance, well-fitted clothes, a well-groomed beard, or simply carrying yourself with the quiet confidence that comes from years of experience. Suddenly, something remarkable happens. Women start to notice you. Now, they may not approach you immediately, but the signs are unmistakable. You'll catch their glances, hear the hushed conversations among their friends, and see them positioning themselves closer to where you're standing. This is where the dynamic changes. As an older man, you bring something unique to the table. Experience, self-assurance, and yes, a wisdom that younger men often haven't yet developed. When you pair that with your physical attractiveness, you create a combination that is difficult for women to resist. You offer a different kind of appeal, one that is grounded in more than just looks. And because of that, women will treat you with a level of interest and respect that sets you apart. Number 5, she'll set aside her ego. When you're genuinely drawn to someone, it becomes difficult to hold back from validating them. For women, this behavior is less frequent, but when it does happen, it's a powerful signal. Typically, the only man they validate is someone they find attractive, someone who aligns with their personal idea of a good-looking man. This is usually someone they place high on their personal scale of handsomeness. But here's the key point. You don't have to be universally regarded as highly attractive. What truly matters is how she perceives you. Attraction is deeply personal, and if you happen to check all the boxes of what she finds appealing, that's all that matters. If you embody the kind of man she's physically drawn to, she won't hesitate. In fact, She'll put aside her ego effortlessly, ready to connect with you in a genuine and humble way. When a woman is that attracted to you, the validation comes naturally. It's not forced or calculated. She's simply drawn to you and feels comfortable expressing it. It's a seamless connection because in her eyes you fit the picture of what she's looking for. And that's when the attraction becomes undeniable. Number 4. She'll move beyond the boundaries of the friend zone. If you're a man without many female friends, the idea of being just friends with a woman might feel unfamiliar. But here's where it gets interesting. If you're an objectively good-looking guy, maintaining a purely platonic relationship with women can become more complex. It's not necessarily because you're attracted to them, but because they may be drawn to you. Think about it this way. The people who often claim that men and women can't be friends are usually not physically attracted to one another. When there's no chemistry, staying in the friend zone is easy. But what happens when you're the attractive guy in the mix? The dynamic naturally shifts. Women, even those who are just friends with you, can't help but feel a sense of physical attraction. So, why are you still just friends? Maybe it's because you're not attracted to her, or perhaps you've made a conscious decision not to cross that line. But let's be real, put yourself in the right situation, like a night out, a bit of harmless flirting, or a moment of vulnerability, and things can change. She might be suppressing those feelings for the sake of friendship, but attraction doesn't simply disappear. In many cases, if she's physically drawn to you, those boundaries can blur over time. Let's consider a real-life scenario. You're out with a female friend, someone you've always shared a comfortable, friendly connection with. But after a few drinks, something shifts. Her compliments start to feel a little more personal. Her touch lingers just a bit longer. That's the physical attraction starting to surface. Maybe she's been hiding it for the sake of the friendship. But the truth is, those feelings have likely been there all along, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Number 3, she'll seem to be everywhere you turn. Let's imagine you work together. You head into the kitchen to make a coffee, and within moments, she's there too, coincidentally wanting a coffee at the same time. Every time you pass by her desk and greet her, she responds with genuine enthusiasm, never missing the opportunity to engage. When you suggest meeting up with colleagues after work, she's the first to agree, sometimes even adjusting her plans to spend time with you. She consistently seeks to make eye contact, places herself in your vicinity, and responds warmly to your efforts to interact. These are all strong signals that she enjoys being around you. But here's where it gets nuanced. If she's only seeking your company for practical reasons, like asking for help with tasks, whether it's fixing her computer or rearranging furniture, her interest may be more about convenience than attraction. That said, if she finds you physically appealing, especially if she considers you more attractive than herself, you might notice her behavior shifting in unexpected ways. She could start acting a little awkward or uneasy, perhaps because the attraction adds a layer of complexity to her feelings. It's not always a straightforward situation, and understanding the subtleties in her behavior can reveal much about her true intentions. Number 2, the downside of being highly attractive. There are some women who may try to downplay your looks, especially if you're highly attractive. This might be their way of keeping your ego in check or subtly maintaining a sense of control or status. They won't outright call you unattractive. After all, they wouldn't be with you if they thought that. But they might make offhand remarks like, "I've been with better-looking men," or "I always attract handsome guys." These comments are designed to suggest that your appearance doesn't faze them, as if they're used to being around attractive men. It's similar to how you might downplay your excitement when you're with an exceptionally attractive woman for the first time. It's part of a subtle dance in the way some women manage dynamics in a relationship. But don't let these remarks affect your confidence or self-worth. Recognize it for what it is. Just a strategy to shift the balance of attention or keep things in check. In some cases, you might even notice a touch of jealousy if you're getting more attention than they are. It's not something to take personally, but it's important to stay aware of these dynamics. At the end of the day, it's all part of the complex nature of human interactions. Stay grounded and don't let it affect how you see yourself. Number 1. The benefit you bring to the table. When a younger woman is drawn to an older man, there's often more thought behind it than meets the eye. It's not just about attraction, it's a strategic decision, much like how men approach their careers. Calculated, goal-oriented, and focused on value. Here's the reality. Many younger women are attracted to older men because of what they can offer, and in many cases, that's financial stability. This stability acts as a foundation for achieving their broader life goals. Consider how men view their careers. You don't work just for the sake of working. You do it to accomplish something, whether it's financial freedom, a sense of purpose, or a particular lifestyle. Now imagine a recruiter calls, offering you a position that promises more money, more opportunities, more growth. Even if you're satisfied where you are, that new offer is going to catch your attention. You'll weigh your options, but deep down, you're drawn to the better deal. This is often how many younger women approach relationships with older men. They're not just thinking about the here and now, they're thinking long-term. The attraction may be genuine, but it's closely linked to the value you bring into their lives. It's a reality that may feel more transactional than romantic, but it's a truth that's hard to deny. Understanding this perspective helps you see the bigger picture of why these relationships often form.